Welcome to the very first Boys and Girls Club of Northern Westchester live stream Youth of the Year celebration. I'm Eliza Ozer, and honored to serve as the CEO of your Boys and Girls Club of Northern Westchester, where our mission now for 81 years has been to inspire and enable all young people, especially those who need us most, now with a concentration on Black Lives Matter, to realize their full potential as productive, responsible, caring citizens. Tonight is a celebration of hope for our kids and our community. And we are very, very proud of our candidates who have worked so hard. We have a unique responsibility and privilege to connect, nurture, and educate. In the last 3 months, we have mobilized to serve our community. A few examples of how we've done this is in partnership with our longtime partners, Northern Westchester Hospital and Bedford Central School District. On April 1st, we started providing emergency care to kids of first responders and healthcare workers. One morning, a hospital professional, while dropping off her daughter at 6:30 in the morning, simply said, "Thank you. If you were not open to providing a safe place for my children, I would not be able to get back on the hospital floors to save lives." We've distributed over 850 computers, and pre-COVID, over 80% of our after-school programming families did not even have computers at home. We have had the same staff who usually take care of over 850 kids every day provide virtual programming. And just yesterday, we conducted our 10th week of on-site food distribution, which requires at least 6 hours between 45 and 50 staff and volunteers. In pouring rain, temperatures ranging from 40 degrees to 92, we placed food in trunks and over-the-shoulder bags for up to 700 families each distribution, 3,000 people per distribution. And in the last 10 weeks, over 190,000 pounds of food. Thank you to our generous Youth of the Year sponsors. Your investment sings in the voices of our children. To our board of directors, you serve as a beam of strength and compassion. Although the financial impact of the coronavirus has been significant, we have maintained 100% of our staff, making sure that when our kids came running through the doors, which will be this Monday for camp, familiar faces will be there to smile and greet them. Thank you to all the staff, especially those who put their fears aside and joined me at the club every day. To our volunteers, together, we literally fed our community. If any of you would be so kind to make a donation this evening, you're going to point your phone camera at the QR code and/or go to our website at www.bgcnw.com. We are all at the club right now in Mount Kisco, and we're following all the safety regulations. Our speakers will be the only ones who are taking off their masks. And while doing this event this evening, we will launch a few polls, so you can please answer the questions. And the very first question for tonight is, how many of all of you in our audience are club kids and club alumni? Enjoy.
Hello, my name is Marika Ziboy, and as of Tuesday this week, I'm a graduate of Fox Lane High School. This fall, I will be attending Tufts University in Medford, Massachusetts. First off, I would be remiss if to not address the current climate of our nation. My ask of you all is simple: read. Seek out books and articles on racial injustice and all of its subcategories, the prison industrial complex, racial disparities in policing, and more. As I said last year in my own Youth of the Year speech, empathy rooted in education has the power to dismantle prejudice. The former is integral to execution of the latter. So let's all, as a community, hold each other accountable for doing the work. If we do that, then together we can make our communities and our nation a better place than how we found it. Last year, Aliza and Athena practically forced me to compete for the honor of our club's Youth of the Year. Last April, I was awarded the honor of the Boys and Girls Club of Northern Westchester's Youth of the Year. After, I traveled to Albany to compete for and ultimately win the title of the 2019 New York State Boys and Girls Club Youth of the Year. Winning the title of State Youth of the Year allowed me to attend the Advanced Leadership Institute in Orlando, Florida this past July. There, I was able to meet Youth of the Year from every single state, even North Dakota, and take part in workshops and activities to further develop our skills in order to better serve our respective clubs. Winning the title of State Youth of the Year meant that I had another competition ahead, the Northeast Regional Youth of the Year competition in New York City. Here, I met absolutely incredible people whose stories inspire me beyond words. It was during our speech session, hearing all of the candidates speak about their life experience and how the club impacted them, that I was able to fully understand the magnitude of not just Youth of the Year, but Boys and Girls Clubs at large. The Boys and Girls Club truly changes lives across the country, giving safe havens to kids with unstable home lives, lifelong friends to kids who struggle with social anxiety, role models to kids who didn't have them prior, food to the hungry, and above all, the feeling of being loved by a community who you know will exhaust every resource to make sure that you succeed. The Boys and Girls Club is an invaluable resource to millions of kids. So thank you, Athena and Aliza, for forcing me to apply and for being such a solid support system over the past couple of years. Lastly, thank you all for supporting this incredible program. It has changed me for the better.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. The Youth of the Year program is Boys and Girls Clubs of America's premier youth recognition program for club members. It promotes service to club, community, and family, academic performance, moral character, life goals, and poise and public speaking ability. It is a year-round tool for fostering young people's character, personal growth, and leadership qualities. One of our candidates tonight will be chosen for this prestigious honor. Working hand in hand with the Youth of the Year will be the candidate chosen for the Coutrey Memorial Award. Named after my son, Chris, a lifelong member of the club and former staff, this youth exhibits integrity, positive attitude, perseverance, strength of character, respect for others, and moral soundness. I am honored to introduce the Youth of the Year candidates. All are outstanding representatives of the Youth of the Year program and the Boys and Girls Club of Northern Westchester. It has been my honor and joy to watch them grow up to young adults in the club. Tonight you will meet Mary Grace Augustin, J.L. Fox, Iris Reyes, Yancy Rodriguez, and Alison Torres. I want to thank our former team director, now program director of the Boys and Girls Club, Athena Lee, CEO Aliza Ozer, development associate John Tunis, and the following people who helped our candidates prepare for tonight's event: Carolyn Quinn, Dana Wu, Dan Harrison, Solveig McShay, Kyle Cadley, and Marissa Sandoval. A special thank you to our judges. And this year's panel is truly unique as they are all alumni of our club. You will hear tonight from Marilyn Erazo and Tyrell Davis later in the program. Terrell Nugent, who is with us remotely, has worked for Disney in New York City. This young professional, due to his dedication to our mission and in gratitude for what the club has done for him, has created a scholarship for a Fox Lane High School student of color, which will begin being awarded in year 2021. In just a few weeks, Terrell, whose goal was to raise $5,000, has raised over $11,000 for this scholarship. We congratulate all of our candidates and thank all of our judges for the work you have done tonight.
Good afternoon. My name is Cienci Rodriguez. If I can identify and follow my deepest passion, the interest that sparks in me above all others, I will then lay the foundation for becoming a strong leader in my field. The club has helped me to become an advocate who speaks up for others, a community builder who helps people to feel safe and included, and a visionary who shows a brighter future. Being a typical teenager, I've often looked into the future and it has seemed flooded with different paths. I always return to my overwhelming desire to help others who are in need of the basic necessities in life, such as food, shelter, clothing, and good health. At the club, I have developed skills to always give back to my community, and I plan to build on those efforts by following a career path in medicine that will serve the neediest. The older I became, the more important it was for me to help others. My grandmother reminds me of the times when I would give money and candy from our family store to kids who I knew couldn't afford it. Since I came to the club about 5 years ago, I enjoyed and appreciated volunteering to help people, locally through my church and as a member of the club. Watching the doctors and nurses work at the front line during this current pandemic, it confirmed my decision to be a nurse. I want to one day be a superhero who helps to save lives. This August, I will be starting my career at Western Connecticut State University, where I've been accepted to the BSN nursing program. When I first arrived to this country from Honduras, I was looked at differently by my peers and I did not speak English. Although I was often treated unfairly, I found a home at the Boys and Girls Club. And I was taught that people should be accepted by others, no matter their race, gender, or sexual orientation. I'm committed to a career in medicine to help others, and I will use my leadership skills to promote a fair and equal health system for everybody. Thank you.
Good evening. I would like to begin by thanking you all for considering me as Youth of the Year. My name is Mary Grace. I've been a member of Boys and Girls Club for 9 years, and throughout this time, I've learned and grown into the person I am today, accountable and nurturing. From the days of summer camp practicing for the variety show, after school and freestyle Fridays, I'll forever be grateful to the club and the staff for allowing me to be part of such an amazing organization and community. The club transformed me into a confident leader. In the second grade, when I first came to the club, I was very reserved. Fellow campers made me feel welcomed, helping me to let down my guard. Starting school in September was easy. I had already made friends at the BGC. I wouldn't have to worry about being alone. I am the youngest of 3, and when my brother and sister went off to college, I was left at home alone. Being at the club made that transition easier. The many lessons I was learning, being a team member helped me feel included and developed me into a leader. I was active in programs that strengthen character and leadership, such as Torch Club, the volunteering program, and Keystone, where I'm currently vice president. The friendships that I made BGC when I was younger are the friendships that I hold close today. At the club, you're more than just a member, you're part of a family. This past December, we lost a family member, Diego, due to a drunk driver. Just like me, Diego grew up in the club. Hearing the news of his passing shocked me because I had just seen him a day ago and now he was gone. The loss of Diego impacted us all. The night of his vigil, there was an outpouring of love to his family, who was joined by members and staff, past and present, school friends, and even people he didn't know. We all shared memories and honored the life that he lived. I left that night feeling touched and appreciative for being part of a community that is loving and united. When we lose someone, it makes us reflect on our lives and what is important to us. As Youth of the Year, I will inspire youth to explore who they want to become in the future, especially when they believe those dreams are unattainable. They're implementing a strong STEM program. Kids will be exposed to the wonders of its curriculum. Especially in the Latin and Black community, there's a lack of representation of STEM careers. Due to this coronavirus, our neighborhoods are being affected more than others, and today healthcare workers are risking their lives on the front line of this pandemic, and they are our heroes. Witnessing their sacrifices has only solidified my reason into becoming a nurse practitioner. I would like to see my community expand into careers not only in the medical field, but also as architects, engineers, and researchers. By using my platform, I would like to encourage young people of color to not feel afraid or feel discouraged from going into STEM fields. Boys and Girls Clubs have impacted millions of lives for 160 years. The club fosters leadership, encourages individuality, and gives youth a voice. And I'm happy and privileged to be one of those lives. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. As Ms. Coutrey had mentioned, my name is Marilyn Erazo, and I have the honor of being one of the judges for this year's Youth of the Year competition. As she also mentioned, I am a former club kid. I'm a club alumni. This place has definitely been one of the greatest blessings I've had in my childhood and growing up. I always considered it my second home, and it gave me the resources to not only be successful in my academic and professional career, but it also provided me these skills to be a better person in our community, to have that social awareness, especially in the trying times that we have today. On your screen, a question will pop up, and if you can, please answer the question: how many kids does BGCA, Boys and Girls Club of America, serve annually? And please take the opportunity as well, if you can and are financially able, to donate and give to this amazing club that has not only served me, but everyone in this room as well. Thank you.
Good evening. I am Reyes. I have been a part of the Boys and Girls Club of Northern Westchester since 8th grade. The club's my safe place. It's where I go whenever I have challenges. The club has helped me set goals and look towards the future. I thought my opportunities were always limited, but the club has shown me that I could strive for more. My mother worked a lot when I was young, leaving my older brothers and I home. I had more responsibility than other children my age. I was very independent. I had to get myself ready for school, do chores, and prepare meals. The only time I was around kids my age was in school. 4th grade, my world changed. My beautiful Tiana, my second mother, passed away from cancer. She and I had a special relationship. She made me feel safe. Tiana would always tell me that I have a lot to offer the world. She is the reason why I work so hard. Without other losing her was unexpected. I never thought she would ever have to leave me. Without other family around, I felt insecure. I don't remember being happy from the age of 8 to 13. It wasn't until I started going to the club that I began to gain confidence, and for that, I'm very thankful. I have created special connections with each of the staff, one of those being with my advisor, Athena. She has made this impact on me that no one else has since my Tiana. Athena encourages me to be a self-motivator and not allow conflicts to affect me in becoming successful. In ninth grade, I joined Liberty Keystone, a club program promoting character and leadership in teens. Last year in Keystone, I led the Love Tree activity. I helped members create a tree symbolizing love and appreciation. That was displayed at the club. Tutoring and managing the Love Tree project allowed me to develop relationships with the younger members. That summer, I worked at Children's Aid Society Wagon Road Camp, where I have gone since I was 6. I worked with underprivileged children from the city. I learned from my coworkers the difference in our education system. I went to a school where I felt supported by my teachers and had the resources to be a successful student, things that all students have access to. For many of my coworkers, that was not the case. Students didn't feel safe in their school environment. My goal as Youth of the Year is to bring reform to education. It's important that students feel safe and supported no matter where they go to school. We need teachers and faculty that are supportive to flourish. I want to represent America's teens to help bring about educational equality. We are the future of this country. Investing in our youth today will ensure a stronger America tomorrow. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Jael Fox, and I am a rising senior at Fox Lane High School. The past 11 years at the Boys and Girls Club Northern Westchester have influenced me in many ways. I met people who have become significant figures in my life. The first time I came to the club was when I was 6 for summer camp. Club teams and staff became role models, encouraging me to gradually become more involved. I desire to have a similar impact on those that attend the club now. The things I learned at the club have shaped me into a person who learns from the world around me. Giving back to the community is how I plan to influence the club as Youth of the Year. At the club, I learned life skills from caring staff and mentors. The summer entering my sophomore year, I participated in the Wilfred Jennings Leadership Program. This helped to strengthen my communication skills, set achievable goals, and exposed me to different career options for the future. As a volunteer in camp, under the guidance of experienced counselors, I learned about the importance that a youth development professional plays in the life of the children they work with. The work I did in leadership led me to be offered a position as a junior counselor. Another role I have at Boys and Girls Club is the social media ambassador in the Keystone Club. This new role began this year to help promote Keystone's events and keep members and non-members aware of what we are doing at the club. One example of how I influenced the club while using this role was when I used a promotion system that targets individuals based off their interests. This gave us the biggest turnout we have ever had at a soccer tournament. It made people throughout Westchester aware of our event. Being a member of the club has affected me greatly. Not only the amazing times I've spent with great people, but the opportunities I have gained have been life-changing. A year ago, I was given a chance to visit Indonesia along with my family. This experience helped me to grow into the leader and helper that I hope to be at the club. It put into perspective how people around the world really struggle. As Americans, we are blessed to have many opportunities in areas of education and income. While in Indonesia, I met a man who described to me the lack of opportunities in his country. Mothers and fathers many times had to live and work far from home to help support their families. Even he himself and his wife were separated due to lack of income. His wife had to work in Turkey, so far away from her 2 young children to be able to provide for them. Situations like these showed me how much I should cherish this time in my life and how many opportunities we are given in the United States, and how it's important for today's youth to know that and take advantage of it. Another experience that promptly changed how I view the world around me was the death of my cousin Chris. He passed weeks before receiving his acceptance letter to the college he wanted to attend. Although members of my family were all affected in different ways, we celebrated Chris's life. Though I was young at the time, the feelings I have still stay with me to this day. Death is inevitable, and I know that. I have lost friends and family members before, but losing Chris was way different. He was like an older brother. His loss made me reflect on my own future and what I wanted to accomplish. It taught me that life can change at any time and to always seize the moment. If we don't work hard and use what we are given in life to help us, we may never reach our full potential. And that's one thing I want to instill in today's youth, so that they have drive and motivation like no other. I am now driven to take every moment and the opportunities placed in front of me, because they might not always be there. My goal is to help today's youth continue to strive to a new level of potential in themselves and understand that anything can be done as long as you put your mind to it. Often, children around the world don't realize all they can achieve because they care so much about what others think or already see themselves failing. The key to everything you want to achieve is believing in yourself and keeping that mindset. We must remind ourselves of these things and instill these ideas in the young people around the world. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Alison Torres, and I'm proudly representing the Boys and Girls Club of Northern Westchester as a rising senior at Fox Lane High School and have been a club member for 14 years. What do you see when you look at me? I am an advocate, collaborator, and a motivator of others. What don't you see? You don't see that I have hardship and anxiety. I'm passionate about my Ecuadorian culture and am fortunate to have grown up with immigrant parents who have taught me important lessons such as knowing what matters to me and overcoming obstacles so as to get back up stronger every time I fall. Adapting to our diverse country was not easy for my parents nor to any other immigrant. Every day I see my parents and the examples they set for me and my brother. My parents taught us that it doesn't matter where you come from or the color of your skin, everyone is successful. My family and I have experienced situations in which we were not seen, but our color and race was. One day I was with my cousin who has dark skin. A woman asked my nationality, then abruptly stated, "It's easier for you than your cousin to get a job because of your lighter skin." This infuriated me because she said it as if that's just the way it is with all the assumptions behind that, including people with darker skin are not hardworking or capable of being successful. At the time, I didn't think I was allowed to say anything, but the club has given me skills and the confidence so that today I would feel more confident to educate that woman. My father is a strong, hardworking man who has had at least 2 jobs most of my life. Because of my father's great work ethic, I have learned to work hard and manage 2 jobs as well. When he comes home, he is frustrated and injured from working hard. Still, he stays positive, proud, and keeps the family together. As I matured, I understood that my father suffered from anxiety. Growing up in a Latino family, mental illness was barely spoken about. I learned the cultural stigma associated with it. It was difficult for my father to admit that he has anxiety. There is a lack of awareness about mental health and services that are available in the Latino community. Parents need to be educated on the topic of mental health so they can help their children when in need. It took my parents several months to understand that it was not their fault, but it was their responsibility to take me to a therapist. With the skills I developed from my therapist, I felt confident enough to do what brings me happiness, which is pageants. I was able to recognize the fear that I felt and convert it into adrenaline and excitement as I smiled on stage. BGC provides me with opportunities, from unforgettable summer camp experiences to being a part of Keystone. It's a place where I can put my worries aside and enjoy the present. In 2018, I participated in the Summer Leadership Program. I had learned the route to success after high school and job readiness skills. There I am pushed out of my comfort zone. As much as my mind told me no, I was lucky to have friends and counselors who pushed me. I have chosen to be a pioneer of the future, standing strong, not allowing any negative thoughts or thoughts of others to deter me. I will not be a prisoner of my anxiety, but will continue to thrive and overcome new challenges. The club has helped me become a productive, caring, and responsible person who will actively advocate for the importance of equality and educate on the importance of mental health among the Latino community. Therefore, I'm a BGC lifer. I'm happy to say that the club is my second home. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Tyrell Davis, and like Marilyn and Terrell, who's remote, I am also a club alumni. Tonight, I am grateful to, one, just be a part of you guys and be a judge for Youth of the Year. 21 years ago, it's crazy, I became a member of the club, and I was also one of the original members who went to the Keystone Conference. Later on, I became a camp counselor, and from there, I also became the computer lab director. For most of us, the Boys and Girls Club is our second home, a place for us to meet with our friends. I consider them brothers and sisters, but it was a place for us to learn, grow while having fun. I do have a question for you guys that will pop up on your screen. What percentage of Boys and Girls Clubs kids who regularly attended the Boys and Girls Club graduated high school on time for the past 11 years? Let me get your thoughts. Thank you, guys.
It is at this time that I have the honor and delight to announce the Chris Coutrey Memorial Award winner, Iris Reyes.
I'd like to thank all the judges for being with us today, especially during these difficult times. I'd like to thank the whole club staff, because you guys pushed me to do this and have always supported me. And I'd like to thank my mentor, Solveig, who really helped me throughout this year and was able to get all my thoughts on paper. Thank you.
So hello, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Carmen Ciavoni. I'm the CEO of Save a Tree, which is headquartered locally right here in Bedford Hills. And we've chosen the Boys and Girls Club as our corporate philanthropy partner. And we support numerous clubs around the country, just like the one that we do here in Northern Westchester, because we really believe in the incredible work that we do within these clubs and just how inspiring the youth is to realize their full potential and to really realize their dreams. I think you can see just the quality and the amazing talent of the leaders that you saw here today, who gave us a glimpse of what they get from the Boys and Girls Club here locally. In just a second, I'm going to ask you guys a fun fact, and it's going to come up on the screen. And as you know, incredible work takes incredible funding. And so how much money do you think the Boys and Girls Club of Northern Westchester County spends in our community in a given year? And that's going to come up on your screen here in just a second. And you're right, it's about $1.7 million, which comes from all the donations and hard work that you see here of all the team members that are participating. So thank you for that. It's a major, major reason that they can do the work that they do. We've had this partnership for many years with our neighborhood club in Northern Westchester County, and we're really proud to be the champion sponsor this year. In just a moment, I'm going to announce the winner of the Youth of the Year. But if you just heard, any one of these impressive young women could have and probably should have won this award. If you're not currently a supporter, I encourage all of you who are listening to join us in ensuring that future generations of tomorrow's leaders are able to get supported by the amazing work of the Boys and Girls Club of Northern Westchester. And so now it's my distinct honor to present the recipient of the 2020 Youth of the Year Award. And the winner is Alison Torres. Congratulations.
Well, I'd like to thank everyone for being here. I'm sorry, I need to cry. Get emotional, but I'd like to thank everyone for being here. Especially, I'd like to thank Athena and my mentor for helping me with my essays. And it's been rough for me, but I'm happy to say that I'm the Youth of the Year now and I get to make a big impact for everyone. So thank you.
Good evening. Congratulations to our Chris Coutrey recipient, Iris, and to our new Youth of the Year, Allison. You guys worked very hard, so thank you and congratulations. My name is Athena Lee, and after tonight, I am the new program director here at the club. I am honored to have been chosen to hold the role of a woman that I admire, Ms. Barbara Coutrey. Emotional.
Since I can remember, she has been a leader and my role model. Thank you for your 36 years of service to the children and families in this community. We're all here tonight to support our teen leadership within this club, but there is another theme. We are all of the 12 candidates and judges and everyone who spoke tonight, 10 of us are club alumni or members. This club has supported so many of us through so many things for so many years, and it continues to do that every day. Please continue to support the club. Look at your screens and click that QR code. Thank you for coming out tonight and supporting our teams. Have a great night.